Hey yo, what's up? I know I haven't vlogged in a while, but if you guys follow me on Instagram, then you know something happened with Sonny Boy this past weekend. That he had to go to the emergency vet. So a lot of people were asking me an update on him. I just got him home last night, so instead of just like responding to everybody's DMs, I figured like a video would be better to explain everything. And if you have any questions, you can just comment below. But so yeah, today's Sunday, January 1st. Happy New Year to all y'all, first of all. Hope y'all had a good last year and hope you have a great 2023. So, this happened Friday, the 30th. My girlfriend first noticed Sonny Boy acting weird. Well, before that, let's rewind. I woke up and there was pee. He peed on the pad in front of his litter box. So that's the first time he's done that, so that was very alarming. And then my girlfriend, Taylor, noticed him acting weird, you know, throughout the day. He'd get in like a squat position, like this, and just sit there until like we encouraged him to move. You can tell he was like in a lot of pain. You know, like when you're holding your pee, you don't want to move, you know what I mean? But he couldn't pee, so I was Googling it, of course, and it could have been a UTI or a blockage. But he was still drinking water and eating food and playing with his toys too, in between of him just like squatting down and getting stuck. So I was like, you know what, let's ride it out a couple hours and see what happens. Later on that night, I think it was like around 7 p.m., I noticed him in his litter box, and here's the picture. He was in his litter box for like 10 minutes, no lie. After he got out, I checked the litter box, there was nothing in there. No urine, no poop, no nothing. So I was like, oh, something's definitely up. So I put the cat carrier out, and as soon as I did, he jumped in it. Look, check this picture out. He jumped right in, so I'm like, damn, I gotta go, I gotta take him. So I called a bunch of vets around. Everybody was fully booked, no one was accepting new cats. So I had to take him to Ocean State Veterinarian Specialist. It's like an ER for pets. So we went there. They were very friendly. I told them what there was. They took him in the back right away. About 10 minutes later, I was in a doctor's room, and the doctor came in. She told me everything that was going on. That they think it's a blockage. They don't see any kidney stones though. He was already on an IV at that point, and she kind of went over the thing. But she also had this ready to go as well. I want to get my address in there, but like a whole sheet itemizing what it's going to cost, you know, to help him out to fix his issue. And you know, there's a best case scenario, which is a low total. Put it this so you guys can see it, right? There's a best case scenario. Come on, focus. That's the low total, and then there's the high total. So, from what I understood, the low total was, because she was telling me that, you know, they usually stay in the hospital for 2-3 days, overnight and stuff like that. So that cost would cover the 2 to 3 days in the hospital, the procedure they had to do, all the IVs and everything. So, and I had to pay that low total that night. So I paid the low total. I go home. The doctor calls me a few hours later and says, hey, you know, we just unblocked Sonny Boy. He's doing great. He's responded very well. We caught it early. It wasn't a bad blockage. So I have no reason to believe that he couldn't go home tomorrow, which is New Year's Eve, Saturday. So I was like, awesome, thank you. And she said, all right, well, have a good night, and another doctor will reach out to you tomorrow afternoon and give you an update. I'm like, perfect. So the doctor calls me. She tells me everything. Oh, Sonny Boy's doing great. Everybody loves him here, which is not hard to believe. He spent a little time out of his cage. Everybody's trying to hold him and all stuff, and he's doing great. He's eating, he's drinking, he's using the bathroom. Perfect, fine. And then she's like, and you know, she said again, typically we like to keep for 2 or 3 days. So I told her, I was like, first of all, I said thank you, but I talked to the doctor last night, and she was very hopeful that he would come home today, which was Saturday. She's like, yeah, I mean, well, he can definitely go home. I don't see anything in his blood work or anything that would make him have to stay. So it's up to you. So I was like, you know what? I'll just come and get him. If he's fine, she's like, all right. She's like, all right. Well, we'll just keep an eye on him for a couple more hours. This was like noon. I got the call. We'll keep an eye on him for a couple hours. We usually do our discharge between 6 and 9 p.m. I was like, all right, perfect. Figure around 6:30 then. She goes, all right, 6:30. So I was at work. She ended up calling Taylor and told him that Tony's doing great. They can go home. So she went there and picked him up at 6:30. So now, right, I was like, all right, well, where's my refund? Because that $2,050 that I paid was for like if he had to stay there for 3 days. So, hey, ow. See, he's back to normal already. Which he had to stay there for 3 days. So they adjusted it. I called up last night when I got home from work. They adjusted it. Trying to find the new bill. There's the new bill. They adjusted it, and the new total was $1,675. So it was only like a $370 refund. Now I don't know how I gotta go through the bills and try to make it make sense, because I don't think it would cost only an additional $370 to keep him for an additional 2 days. You know what I mean? So if anybody has any experience with this stuff or have been through this before, can you please comment and let me know what you guys paid? Like I said, I have to go through the bills and see what's going on with that. But I'm glad Sonny's okay. More importantly, he's doing fine now. He's been eating, drinking, playing, all that good stuff. He's on medication for the pain. Gabapentin, I think he's on. But look where they shaved his arm. Look, you see it? They shaved his arm and they shaved like his butt. I don't really want to show you, but they shaved his butt. But he's been like very tired all day, obviously. Still playing with his toys and stuff. So yeah, that's the update on Sonny Boy. Thanks everybody for your concerns. I'm also obviously going to look into pet insurance now. I didn't have it before. A lot of you guys recommended some, a bunch of different options. So I'm going to go through them, weigh them out, and see what's best. He also has to stay on that pain meds for a couple more days, and he also has to go on a wet food diet that he needed a prescription for. Trying to find where that is. His prescription for Hill CD prescription food, and apparently it's only wet food he can eat now. So I just ordered that off Chewy. It's like gonna cost me like $60 a month, I think. So yeah, I mean, he was getting good wet food anyway. I gave him wet food in the morning and then dry food throughout the day. So, I mean, he's pretty expensive to feed to begin with. So I'm just happy we're gonna get him what he needs, so we don't have to go through that again. What else? So yeah, the new year I'm gonna start vlogging more. I don't know if you guys know, but my girlfriend's pregnant with our first child. So we'll show you guys the nursery and we'll go over all that stuff. We're also going to DC this upcoming weekend for the Gervonta Davis and Hector Garcia fight. We also have two local guys fighting on that card, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade and Rashidi Ellis. So I'm very excited. This is going to be probably be one of the best cards of the year because it's stacked from top to bottom. Headlining is obviously Gervonta and Hector. Then the co-main event is Jerron Boots Ennis. So if you guys follow boxing, he's a rising up-and-coming star, knockout artist. Rashidi Ellis, crazy fighter, crazy good, undefeated. He's been sparring partners for both Demetrius and Canelo Alvarez, so I'm excited to see him in person. And Boo Boo I've seen fight a few times, but he's also probably one of the best fighters in the world, and he's closing out. I mean, he's opening the main card, so it's going to be a great card. I can't wait. But I'll keep you guys posted on Sonny Boy. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Check out my clothing brand Hustle. First link in the description. And Happy New Year. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.